The news starts now. AM 1240 and 95.3 FM. WJON.
Good morning. I'm Paul Hapstret. WJON news time is 6:32. Current temperature 60 degrees here in St. Cloud. I'll have the full WJON weather eye forecast following the news. News is brought to you this morning by Power Lodge of Sauk Rapids. A 20-year-old St. Cloud man is charged with sexually assaulting a young girl, filming the encounters and sharing them over social media. Abdi Muhammad Ali is charged with first-degree criminal sexual conduct with a child under 14 years old, using a minor in a sexual performance or pornographic work, disseminating pornographic work, and soliciting a child through electronics. According to the criminal complaint filed in Stearns County District Court, the child's mother called police in early April to report the assaults. The girl underwent forensic interviews and described the encounters with Ali. Police had the child send Ali a message to pick her up. When Ali arrived at the location, he was arrested. The complaint alleges he admitted to having a sexual relationship with the girl, filming the encounters and sharing the videos of her over his social media. The Hennepin County Medical Examiner's Office is providing additional details about Thursday's shooting that left 3 people dead, including a Minneapolis police officer. Officer Jamal Mitchell died from multiple gunshot wounds. Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hara.
This is the worst call a police chief can get, is that one of your own has given their life in the line of duty. It's beyond comprehension.
A second person killed in the shooting was identified as 32-year-old Osman Said Jamal of Minneapolis. The medical examiner says Jamal also died of multiple gunshot wounds in a homicide. The suspected shooter also died. Their identity and the manner of the death were not formally released as of Friday evening. Hopes are dashed on opening the County Road 75 bridge early thanks to recent rains. Stearns County engineer Jody Teach says the rain has allowed progress on grading the bridge approaches, pushing back concrete paving until next week. Teach says the following week there will be work on the shoulders and guardrail. It has pushed the bridge opening timeframe back to mid-June. Teach had hoped a dry winter would allow the project to be completed earlier than scheduled, but the wet conditions have slowed some of the work. We told you in early May that crews could get into the river to remove a temporary access earlier than normal. Typically, the Minnesota Department of Natural Resources does not allow work around creeks and rivers during the high water season. That means between March 15th and June 15th, crews are not allowed to work in the waterways. But because of the dry winter and lack of snowmelt, the DNR granted the county permission to enter the river earlier than normal. Despite that, a wet spring has slowed the work and returned the completion timeline to mid-June. Minnesota's definition of public waters has changed since this year's legislative session ended, allowing more lakes and streams to be likely to qualify for qualified stretches of vegetation. Minnesota Center for Environmental Advocacy Carly Griffith says these stretches, also known as buffer strips, will keep pollutants such as nitrates out of the water, allowing a more protected status.
It really is a real-world issue that impacts communities.
Griffith says the law change stemmed from a legal case about a western Minnesota creek that reached the Minnesota State Supreme Court, a compromise with agricultural groups seeking certainty for farmers as they plan land use. WJON news time is 6:35, 60 degrees here in St. Cloud. Your WJON weather eye forecast is up next.
WN radar weather.
For St. Cloud and Sauk Rapids, today skies becoming mainly clear with a daytime high approaching 77. Should just be a very nice day. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low of only 56. Tomorrow, chance for some scattered storms late, otherwise a mix of clouds and sun and a high of 78. Tomorrow night, we'll have a low of 63 with overcast skies and some scattered storms likely. Monday, more scattered thunderstorms likely earlier in the day, otherwise becoming partly cloudy with a high of 80. Tuesday in your extended forecast, daytime high of 82 under mainly cloudy skies with some scattered storms likely. And Wednesday, yep, you guessed it, chance for some scattered thunderstorms, mix of clouds and sun, otherwise with a high of 78. Currently, we're at 60 degrees here in St. Cloud. You can get the top stories from the WJON newsroom sent to you every morning All you have to do is sign up for the WJON newsletter today at WJON.com. Paul Hapstrit, WJON News.